This week on Let's Talk Schools, would your student benefit by going to a full-time online school? Find out what's so special about Fulton's Academy of Virtual Excellence. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Schools. I'm Mike Luna, the host of the show, and today we're going to be talking about the virtual school that Fulton County Schools operates. And we have with us a very special guest, Taylor Barton, who is the chief of all things virtual. Welcome to the show, and tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into the content.
Thank you. Well, I'm really happy to be here. So I am the principal of Fulton Academy of Virtual Excellence, and so that is a role I've had since last year. Super excited to be here. Previously from there, I was principal of Lake Forest Elementary School. Before that, I was at Hopewell Middle School, so I'm a proud Fultonite, and just really excited about the work that we're doing here at FAVE.
So you moved from a traditional school setting to a virtual school setting. What's that been like for you?
You know, it's interesting because I firmly believe that school is school, and school is built on relationships, school is built on solid systems and communication, and so a lot of those principles that apply to effective running of a school brick and mortar apply in the virtual world. Now the technology is a little bit different, but however, you know, people will always be people, and we really value that at FAVE.
You know, we learned that during the pandemic that we have some parents and community members that have a real appetite for a different type of schooling experience. And thus we now operate FAVE, the virtual school.
Right.
And so how many students do you have in attendance? What are the grade spans served?
Yep, so we have about 750 students right now, grades 3 through 12, which we're really excited about. We've got a full complement of courses. We want to make sure that our students have the same types of offerings that they would have in another Fulton County school. So we have, you know, and one of the things that I love about FAVE is that we're really preparing our students to thrive in the work world later on, because you and I both know that, you know, to be able to be productive in an online environment is such a valuable skill, and that's what our students walk away with at FAVE.
Absolutely. So this is a fully fledged school. Students will be graduating from FAVE and earning a traditional high school diploma.
Correct.
In fact, this year is kind of special, I guess, right?
Absolutely. Our first group of owls will be walking across that stage live in person this spring. So we're really excited about that.
And about how many graduates do you expect to have?
We have about 60 graduates.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's our first fledgling group out of the nest.
Now, they're going to walk across the stage virtually, or is it going to be a combination thereof, or?
No, sir. So they're going to be live. We will accommodate a few that have special circumstances. However, we really do value face-to-face interactions. In fact, our students, that's something that they've been asking for, and we've been able to give them this year, is we have community events where they get to interact face-to-face. We have field trips that they go on with, you know, face-to-face, not just virtual. And so we really value the fact that at FAVE we have a solid community. It's not just being online, it's also about being a FAVE student.
So the very important things that have to happen, field trips, I'm assuming some types of assessments like the milestones test, those are actually in person. Students report to a location to do that. But otherwise they're learning content online. And is that all live instruction, or is that a combination of you learn a little bit of content from a teacher and then you go and apply it and do your practice at home?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
So we have a unique blend of asynchronous and synchronous work, and so it really allows our students to have that personal connection with their teachers online through Teams, and then but we also give them the flexibility to be able to complete assessments at their own pace, so that they have a little bit more a work at your own pace schedule, if you will. However, we don't sacrifice rigor for that. We make sure that they're receiving high quality or synchronous instruction.
So let me ask you this question. I know that students are working online, but are they able to collaborate with one another as classmates?
Absolutely. So we have students who are able to meet in online rooms, obviously always monitored by teachers. They can work on projects. So they really do have the opportunity to interact with each other and then with the teacher as well to make sure that we are learning together. So,
okay, good deal. And so I've heard concerns from some that say, if students are learning online, how do you know that they're the ones doing the work? That it's not an older brother or sister or a sibling or a mom or a dad. How do we address that concern about academic integrity?
Absolutely. So we have a cameras on policy.
Cameras on.
Absolutely. So what happens is that our staff members monitor students as they take assessments so that we can feel very confident in the fact that they are actually the ones doing the work. And then on top of that, you mentioned milestones testing before. So milestones testing is in person. So just like any other school, we have proctors and monitors to make sure that students are demonstrating the integrity that we know they have.
So I'm interested in knowing, and I don't know how to ask this question best. Is there a stereotypical FAVE student? Is it somebody that maybe just is shy? Is it somebody that just prefers to learn in a smaller environment? Do you notice a pattern of kinds of people that we're serving through FAVE?
I think FAVE's power is in our diversity, and part of that diversity is student situations. So we have some students who travel throughout the country for athletics that are able to continue their coursework through Fulton County.
So like an Olympic athlete?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And then we also have students who have medical conditions that keep them from going to a brick and mortar school, so FAVE is a viable option for them. And then we have other students who are more comfortable learning in the online setting. And so they demonstrate that this is how they thrive, and so we're able to accommodate them.
Can't imagine why we didn't have this opportunity in the past.
Yeah.
I know we learned a lot of lessons as a result of COVID, but there's always been students that have unique situations or honestly just preferences about how to learn. And I'm so glad that our school district has stepped up and in a very quick turnaround time created its own school, an online school, and has an outstanding leadership. Talk to me about your team members. How do you go about selecting and recruiting teachers that have the ability, the unique skill set to teach in an online environment, keep students engaged, and be effective?
Yeah, so we don't have a hard time finding teachers because we have such a strong school community. I would say that the typical FAVE teacher demonstrates three things. One is that they love kids. That's a non-negotiable. Two, they collaborate with others. Because you have to be collaborative in an online environment. In fact, you have to be a little bit more collaborative. And then third, you have to be willing to learn because the technology is always going to be a little bit faster than you are. So you have to continue to learn, even from your students sometimes, in order to make sure that you're utilizing instructional technology that'll best meet the needs of our students in this environment.
What about parental engagement? How does a parent get involved in a virtual school? Do you have PTAs? Do you have SGCs, school governance councils, or is it just here son, you have a computer, go at it?
Oh yeah, we love our parents, we love our families. So we have a PTO that is up and running. They're very engaged, doing lots of things for our staff and students. We have a school governance council. We love, and they've been remarkable in the thriving of FAVE. And then going back to just overall parental engagement within our community nights, our spirit nights, we really love making those connections with parents.
Outstanding, outstanding. What if a student says, I want to learn online full time, but I really want to play sports, or I really want to be in the marching band? Is that still an opportunity for them?
Absolutely. So as long as it's not a class, FAVE students can participate in athletics and in clubs at their zone school. So if, for example, marching band's an example where if the band is a class, then no, they wouldn't necessarily have that option. However, if it's after school, whether it's a drama production or Model UN or playing lacrosse, a FAVE student could participate with their home school.
Okay, well that's really important. Sounds like you got all the bases covered. Let me ask you this. What about the curriculum? Are students exposed to the same content in the virtual school that they are in a traditional setting?
We do. We follow Fulton County curriculum, and we have Fulton County grading policies. We are a Fulton County school. We do not operate independently. We are proud to have the support of Fulton County, and our students receive the same academic rigor and academic curriculum as any other student in Fulton.
That's incredible. Well, it certainly has turned out to be a very viable option. Is there anything else that you want to share with our viewing audience about FAVE, about how special a place it is, And where would somebody get more information about FAVE?
Absolutely. So we have registration information on our website, so that's easily accessible. The registration window is open for the upcoming fall. FAVE is a school that, one, is for students who want to learn in an online setting but still want community. And so we require our students to be engaged. We are excited to connect with our students because FAVE is Fulton County. We have students from every single zone. We have parents from every single zone. We have families from every single zone. And so we have a true picture of Fulton County and how we can all work together and for the benefit of students.
Very, very good. Taylor, thank you so much for sharing some insight about FAVE. Are there any other tidbits or points that you want to share with us today before we close out today?
Well, so our registration window is closing. So we need to, if you are interested in FAVE, please reach out to me, bartont@fultonschools.org, or just go to our website and contact our registration team, and we'd be happy to help you.
If a student enrolls in FAVE and they determine, you know what, I thought I was going to like it, but I'm just not finding the success that I thought I would. Mm-hmm. What does that look like? Do they transfer back to their traditional school? And is there an obligation to stay a semester or 9 weeks? Talk to us about that.
No, so students, if they feel like FAVE is not a fit, and it's not a fit for everyone, they do have the opportunity to go back to their zone school.
At any point in time, or is it?
Yeah, sorry, so at any point in time.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much for sharing everything that you know about FAVE. We are so excited about the fact that we offer a full-time virtual learning option for our students and our families. If you want more information about FAVE, please visit the district's website. There's a lot of information, and Dr. Barton has given you his email address as well. Fulton County Schools is doing everything it knows to do to make sure that students have options, and that Fulton County Schools is a great place to learn, grow, work, and play. Thank you, as always, for watching Let's Talk Schools. And now, let's go around the district in 90 seconds. That's it for our show this week. Let's keep the conversation going. We'd love to hear from you on our social media platforms. Join us next time on Let's Talk Schools, and as always, thank you for watching.